Hey, everybody. I know why you're here. You're here to try to get a couple of ideas on how we can get more money and create more income, right? Because that's why I created this channel. I created the channel because I noticed that people are having a hard time, especially in this pandemic, trying to create income. And so I'm just going to do my little part to help with some free guides to try to help. This is going to be one of those free guides. It's not going to take a long time, not complicated, but it just kind of give you some ideas on ways you can kind of make money, little niches that you can kind of get involved with. And then I'll be more specific on other videos. So, of course, the first way any of us can actually make some money is with criminal activity, right? But we don't want to do that. You don't want to step outside the law because that has long-term consequences too. And I have told many people this, and they still decided to do it. And unfortunately, not only did they pay, but the wife paid, the children paid. You know, just that to me is not a smart way to move. But, you know, I understand people get desperate. They get into situations where they get desperate and they just want to do something to make something happen. Just to give you a sidebar, it is take it from Captain Stupid. Do not get involved with the payday loan game. That is a hamster wheel. Once you get on that hamster wheel, that it never ends good. It never ends good. So just a sidebar, if you need help getting money, stay tuned to this channel. We're going to help you learn how to make money. If you really want to learn how, we're going to help you learn how. And you just have to pay attention, put in the work, keep a positive attitude, and eventually you will get there. We're not going to teach you something overnight. You can do criminal activity is mostly the overnight way to make money, but like comes with a lot of drawbacks. So that's why, well, just because it's outside of the law, but even still the dangers involved. It's like doing business with a sword over your head. You know, you'd rather just not do that if you got other options. And we all have other options. So let's get started into today's behavior. Oh, anyway, I guess I started with the criminal activity. That's number one. Criminal activity, that's a no-no. We don't want to do anything like that, right? Right. For all of you younger people that think, I can do it. You know, I believe me, I've counseled many young men on this situation, and it always ends up bad. Anyway, moving on. Now let's get into some real ways to make some money. Earned income. Earned income. You can actually earn money for going to a job, and they can pay you per hour or pay you a salary, which a lot of times works out to a per hour wage. But they can pay you a salary or hourly wages for a job they want done. And if you do the job well enough, they might pay you for 20 years, 30 years. And, you know, that is one way of making money. That is a strategy of making money, because we're trying to make money here. We're trying to pick ourselves up. And so sometimes, even though we might be entrepreneurial, we have to be tactical and say, you know, at this time I have to take the L and go ahead and get a job for a little while so I can build up some reserves and then go out and do something entrepreneurial. But that's my feeling. I would never try to tell somebody, hey, quit your job when you make a few dollars doing something, and say quit your job like a lie. I see a lot of these gurus. They tell you, you know, you can quit your 9-to-5 job doing this. You make 10 grand or 20 grand in a month, and you quit your job, and then that dries up. Now what? See, so I don't say that. I have a formula for how to quit your job, when the exact moment you should quit your job. If you want that formula, look down below for the link to our website. We will give you that information for free. no nothing. We're trying to help you make money, because I've been there when I have no money. I've been there, and it is not a fun sight. Anyway, you can go get a job. Go get a job, or build a career. You know, a job and a career, in my eyes, the way I think of things, is those are two different things. Whereas the compensation is typically the same, where you're going to get some money for doing a specific task or a specific set of tasks. But a career, you can kind of have more freedom to increase your income. Whereas in a job, you're pretty much at the job and you got to wait for somebody else to move before you can move up, or whatever. You have to wait for someone else. In a career, you can take your show on the road, and you can still earn money. Number 3, profit income. Profit income, in my opinion, is strategies. It's just strategic ways of basically buying low, selling high, flipping things. You go to car auction, flip cars, buying a car low, sell a car high. You can buy houses, buy the house low, fix it up, sell it higher, make money. Those are just two common strategies for making profit income. But you can do that. But you can sell pretty much anything. This is basically the Amazon infrastructure, basically. And so, but like I said, when you work with other people in an Amazon situation, you're working with other people. They can control how much they pay you. Like, they went down on their commissions. So, and not just Amazon, I'm just talking about any company that you're getting a commission from. They can decide when they're going to pay you, or if they're going to pay you, or if they're going to cut the commissions or whatever, right? So that's why it's always best to have more than one source of income if you can, or be fighting to get it. So the profit income is basically selling things, buying things at one price, or controlling things at one price, and then selling them at another price, and then making either a commission or making a profit off of them altogether off of that. So that's the profit income. It's just basically buy low, sell high. Number 4 is interest income. Most of us are not going to have interest income. When most of us don't even have money ourselves, we're definitely not going to be lending money to other people and then charging them interest on top of that, and then making serious money off of doing something like that. Like I said, that's more criminal behavior to do something like that outside of the law. You know what I mean? You don't want to do anything like that. Most of us are going to probably not be involved in interest income unless you, like I said, you have money to lend and you can lend it. Or let's say somebody wants to buy a house and they're $20,000 short and you're the lender. You can step in and say, I'll lend you the $20,000, and you can get that residual income, or that income coming back on that, or sell it or whatever. You have control over that document that says you can get paid. But that's not the typical way. I'm trying to talk to the typical person out here who's just, man, I need some money. I need to make some extra money. So I don't have the silver bullet. I have the real bullet, but I don't have a silver bullet there. To me, there's no silver bullet to making money. You have to just put the time in, learn how to, adopt the strategy, stick with it, and then move forward and then execute. Anyway, that's interest income. Number 5 is residual income. Residual income is like, I want to say like royalties, structured settlements, MLM payouts, just something you're going to get paid money every month or every period, a certain amount of money every period. So and you're not really actually doing that work anymore. You've done the work already in the front end. This is the back end where you're just getting paid residually over and over again for in a structured settlement. Like, you had a car accident or something and you got this settlement and they decide to pay you in payments to you. Instead of giving you a lump sum, they give you payments, whatever. But except for the structured settlement, that's not really a way to make income. You can get income like that, but royalties, you can make income. You can come up with software. You can come up with, you can write a book. You can make songs. You can do a lot of different things where you can get royalties. Next, the MLM payout is just, you can join one of these MLM companies, the ones that are the most reputable, and you can obviously on the front end sign up a bunch of people, and then you get paid every time one of those people makes a sale or signs up somebody or something like that. You always got your hand in the pot, and if enough people get involved, then you can make a nice income. However, about the MLM, it has been my observation that is something that happens to people basically on the front end of, an MLM company. So watch out. If you're getting in on the back end, you want to make sure that you're you want to just take a look at the company, take a look at the trends from the public. Is it the products or services that people are still using? You know what I mean? You don't want to be, everybody's buying horses, everybody's buying brand new cars and you're selling horses and buggies. You don't want to do that. So just make sure that, especially in the digital age, information changes so fast. You want to make sure that you're up to date with whatever you do. But like I said, MLM, watch out, study the company very carefully so you can make sure you're getting in at the right time. Because if you get in at the wrong time, it can sometimes be not too good as far as making money. Anyway, number 6, you can get dividend income. You can get income off your stocks. You have stocks or a portfolio, you can get money off of that. That income can come to you. That's pretty straight out, pretty straightforward. You can talk to your stock person or whatever, your financial planner, and find out how you can do that. But you can definitely buy stocks. You don't even need a financial planner to buy stocks. You can open up a E-Trade account, and they aren't paying me to say that, but you can open up one of these accounts with any one of these trading companies, and they'll do it right there online. So that may be something to look into as well. It's more difficult to control your income with all of the ways that I'm telling you so far. I'm going to get to the way that you can control your income, but so far right now we're just talking about ways to create income. Number 7 is rental income. You want to have rental income if you can. So rental income is basically having real property and renting out the real property and then getting the income off of the rental. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You buy a house, you buy your first house, and then you are blessed enough to be able to buy a second house without having to sell the first house. So you just rent the first house out, and have an income from the first house, and then it can help you pay the note on the second house. And so basically it's a pretty simple strategy. So if you can, most people are going to end up owning their own home. The ones that buy a home are going to end up owning their own home. And this is a strategy you can try to look into talking to your tax professional or your financial planner. It's still difficult to control your income with rental property. Sometimes people don't pay the rent. They have hard times. Like now, pandemic, people have hard times, can't really pay. So it just depends, and then it depends on the type of person you get in there. Sometimes people present really well, or the landlord is desperate to get somebody in there, and you end up getting somebody in there that's a total mess. So that can happen. So none of this stuff is bulletproof, but that can happen. So that's what you. So, but that is more than not. If you do things the right way, you can have real property rental income if you proceed properly. Number 8, you can have business income. This is the one that most people can start right away. You can start a little business and get you some income. You can create a business where you can make money with your business. You can buy a little food truck, or you can sell T-shirts, or you can do whatever little business that you can start. Just a little hand-to-mouth business, and you can make money that way. You can just sell whatever, car parts, whatever you're gonna sell. You can create a business. Now we're getting closer to how to control your income, but now I want to get you to the one that I feel that you have the most chance of controlling your income, and that's with systematic income, where you can create a system that allows you to predetermine your income whenever it's used. In other words, I can create a system when I can just plug in the numbers and say, let's say I want to make $10,000 in a certain period. Let's say in a 30-day period, I want to make $10,000. Let's say 20. 10's kind of small. Let's say 20. I want to make $20,000. So how do I do that? Well, I have to create a system that will have that happen for me. So how do I do that? That's also something that we can help you do, but it's a lot of information out there. I just don't have time to go into the video of breaking down every point, but basically you want to have a system where you can educate your customers on what you're doing. They have a way to participate with you, and you have a way to deliver whatever it is that's going to help them do whatever they need to do. So basically, it's a real simple formula. The thing that's the difficult part is setting it all up. But once you get it set up, it runs so sweet. I know I did this before. I set up a system that was so sweet. All I had to do was run ads, and I knew how much money I was making every day. It was just great. It was great. So the thing is, you just have to be willing to do what you think is the best thing for you. For some people, setting up a system, that's kind of complicated. But like I said, it just that's the best system, in my opinion. It's the best way, in my opinion, to determine the amount of income you want, is setting up a system. You can have a business, but a business is going to take a lot of time, and you can make a lot of money, but in most businesses, you don't know how much money you're going to make. You can guess, I'll probably make this or that if I'm open. But what if you're not? And what if a pandemic hits? That's, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just wanted to throw some free information out there just to say there's ways you can make income. There's different little niches, or I won't say niches, but different little ways you can make money. It's just you get to decide what's the best strategy for you. For most people, the easiest way to make money on this is number 2, with earned income. You just go get your little job or something, or build a career, and then you can flow out from that into all these other strategies. All right. If you have any other questions about any of this, or you need some more clarification, sign up for our email newsletter. All right. Until I talk to you again, go out there and make some income, and good luck to all of you making that income.